In order to access the drive shaft, you'll need to lower the exhaust. Support the exhaust. Then unbolt the two exhaust hanger brackets at the very back. Be careful not to break these bolts during removal. Then remove the two center hangers. Unbolt the tunnel brace. Then lower the exhaust down. Remove the heat shield sitting between the exhaust and the driveshaft carrier. You should now have access to the driveshaft carrier. Before cutting, it's a good idea to ensure you can safely remove the nuts from the OEM studs. Make a cut on each side of the carrier frame. Unbolt the carrier from the car. Using a razor blade, cut the rest of the frame away from the bearing. Then cut the remaining excess rubber hanging off the front of the bearing, all the way around until it's flush with the base layer of rubber. Do not cut your bearing all the way down to bare metal. The bearing should look like this when you're done. Now you can install the new carrier. Start with the top half with the bushing in it and slide it over top of the bearing with the text facing the front of the vehicle. Then bring the bottom half up to meet it and connect the two together using the provided Allen bolts. As you tighten the bolts, switch back and forth from left to right so the bolts don't bind in the holes. A small gap may form between the two bushings. This is normal. To mount it to the car, take a provided stud adapter, add a fender washer, an isolation damper with the small end facing up, place it up through the carrier, add another isolation damper with the small end facing down, and the small gold washer on top. Loosely thread that onto the stud, and repeat these steps on the other side. Stud adapter, fender washer, isolation damper, up through the carrier, another damper, and the small gold washer on the very top. Tighten both sides to the car. Reinstall your heat shield and exhaust, and your installation is complete.